Hey y'all. Well, first thing I gotta tell you is I need to apologize to you and to Stu Mac because that video I put up yesterday talking about how their measurements were wrong and all that, well, they weren't. Their measurements were right on the money. It was my measurements that were wrong. And I had already sent an email to Stu Mac telling them they needed to correct their instruction manual. So luckily I found my mistake really quick and I emailed them right back and told them I was totally wrong and I apologized to them and there was nothing wrong with their measurements. I'm kind of ashamed to even tell you what I did, but I'm going to tell you I have a few sets of these mechanical rulers. And when I grabbed one yesterday, I should have looked at it a little better, I guess. I was using it to make these measurements, and like I told you, they weren't coming out right, but after I made that video, I got to look at this thing, and I grabbed the wrong ruler. This is in 32nds and 64ths, and millimeters on the back, and I was using 30 seconds for a measurement, thinking they were 1/16 of an inch, and so I screwed up big time, and I apologize, but Stu Mac was very polite about it and didn't give me too much crap. Okay, but on with this thing now. What I've done was I plugged them holes I drilled. Still need to be sanded, but I put this the tail piece in and the neck piece here, these braces. They're just sitting there and clamped on. Got to drill the holes, put the screws in. So I did that, and I tried to put the neck in. I couldn't get it in. I was afraid, like I told you, this wood is really fragile. So I was afraid I was going to crack it. So I took it back apart and sanded these so the neck would fit in there. It's in there tight, but it's in there. So I got that in. I'm going to drill these holes for these braces, put the screws in. Got the neck in, and this brace that goes on top of it fits on top of here, and it slides into this neck pocket back here. I doubt if you can see that. And then I took one of these long nib markers. This thing has pre-drilled countersunk holes in them. I put this marker down there and marked that so I can drill the neck out for this brace here. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is drill some holes. We'll take it from there. This is a 5/64 bit. It goes where the strap buttons go, and I should have that marked, yeah, right here. Hang on, I want to move my hand so I don't drill my hand. So I want to drill this all the way through. In the direct instructions I got, it says to tape these blocks in place, but I've got these braces, so that's what I'm using. Get this other one drilled over here. Alright, now I gotta change bits for the other two holes. Don't ask me why they use different size screws, but they did. And I can't remember what that bit size is. It's 3/32. Yeah, I felt like a real idiot emailing Stu Mac like that after that mistake I made. Felt like an idiot telling all you guys they were wrong when they were right. Alright. I already got that one. Well, I didn't mark this new hole over here. I thought I did. And I didn't. I know I did on the other end. I just have to come back to that. Oh, yes, I did mark it. Losing my mind here. Now I don't see it again. There it is. I hope I'm filming this alright for you guys. Alright, we got those screw holes drilled. I'm going to go ahead and drill these other ones. Let's see what it says about these other holes. Okay. 5/64 on these. And it says to drill them 3/8 of an inch deep. My handy dandy little depth stopper here. You need to get it set at 3/8. I'll have to get something to measure this with. I'm guessing that's close to 3/8 right there. Let's check it. That's right at 3/8. And I just moved it. It's just a little shy of 3/8. I'm going with it. This block should fit inside this neck pocket like so. Now we just need to put the screws in. So let me go find those screws. I'll be right back. I got a couple more holes to drill first. It says put this little L bracket in here, mark that, and drill those holes out with 5/64. So I'll go ahead and do that before I put any screws in, if I can get to it without taking it apart. Alright. Alright, I've I've told you how fragile this wood is, so my suggestion would be to wax all your screws. I was going to glue all this stuff together, but I still got to finish it, and I like the idea of being able to take it apart. That just cracked right there. I heard it. See that? Well, but after I finish it, I'm going to take it apart and glue it. So I'll be able to repair that. And plus, I don't know what that bracket's for anyway, because these 4 screws are going to hold that block in place. But that shows you how fragile this stuff is, man. I don't want to say cheap. I want to say fragile. I also told you guys that there'd be screws sticking out for strap buttons, but that's not true either. They gave me strap buttons. I'm not sure why these holes here are countersunk, but there's probably a reason for it. And that bevel, I don't know what that's for yet either. But that's that. Still got to get the screws in these end pieces. Don't know what size they're supposed to be. I've got 2 big ones left. Alright. See where it tells me 2 number 6 by 1 inch. That's what these are. Pretty sure. No, they're not actually 1 inch. That's the longest screws I have, so I'm going to assume that's what they want. Hang on a minute, y'all. Well, I had the camera turned off. I just put the 2 screws in for the strap buttons. I left the strap button off. Gotta figure out what size screws they want these other holes. These are the only ones really left. It's gotta be these larger ones. Put a little box on them. That's not the only screws left. That's the only ones that will work here. And remember, I'm going to have to take this thing back apart to finish it. It hasn't even been sanded yet. And this hole is supposed to be countersunk. Forgot about that. Alright, hang on a minute. Alright, I do have some countersink drill bits, but I'm just going to use a regular drill bit and see if this works. I put the head of the screw up there to see if it's about that size, and it looked to me like it was about right. So let's try that. If it doesn't work, I'll get the other bits out. Yeah, that's pretty flat. I can live with that. Alright. I need to countersink that other hole. I'll do that later. Let's get rid of these clamps. Kind of pisses me off that split like that. Drilled the right hole in. That's an awful weak point right there though. I can fix it with a little glue. Alright, I think this video is probably getting too long, so stop it here and I'll make another one and we'll finish this thing up. Y'all take care.